Hello guys and welcome to all those training to become Super Saiyans. This is Revolution. So, on this video we are going to talk about how fast Goku is. Now, I'm sure you've been in many debates where some ignorant jabroni comes out with Goku's not faster than light. And no matter how much evidence you put their way, their cognitive dissonance kicks in. Now, if there is anything that grinds my gears, it is willful ignorance. Everyone's ignorant to some degree, but willful ignorance and the illusion of knowledge, especially when presented with actual evidence, is the height of stupidity to me. So in this video, I'm going to use feats from the series itself, going to use references from the manga, Dragon Ball Super, the anime, as well as the Daizenshu and Super Exciting guides, all of which are official sources for the Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super continuity. The purpose of this video is not to be confrontational, it's simply to give you a presentation on how fast Goku is. This isn't only to give comic fans an idea of how fast Goku is, but also some Dragon Ball fans. There is a wealth of misinformation out there regarding Goku's power and speed, and there's people who claim Goku isn't even as fast as light. Let's debunk this nonsense. Just before we delve any further into this discussion, I'm getting an enormous amount of positive feedback. Everyone seems to be enjoying my content at the moment. I am truly humbled and you all have my gratitude. But just make sure you are subscribed to my channel. That way, when I release new content, you will be notified as soon as that content's released. And in the war against misinformation and bad power scaling, quite frankly, make sure you smash that like button. The more likes I get, the more likely this video is to get seen by the wider audience, and we can squash that misinformation together. Lend me your energy, I couldn't put it any better. So last week I made a video entitled Why Goku is Far Stronger Than Comic Fans Thought. In this video I explain how Ki works in relativity towards Goku increasing his combat abilities, including power, strength and speed. If you want to see that video, I will link it at the end screen, and it will explain to you how Ki ultimately exponentially increases Goku's strength and speed. And that point there is where lies the biggest problem. Most comic fans cannot grasp that Goku simply increases his strength and speed by increasing his Ki. Look, just because you cannot rationalize it, it does not mean it is not a thing. Anyway, that's explained in more detail in that other video. This video is about how fast Goku is. So we're going to do this in chronological order. In the 21st Martial Arts Tournament in the original Dragon Ball, in order to stop a rampaging Oozaru Goku, Master Roshi blows up the moon with a Kamehameha. He does this in a matter of seconds from releasing the Kamehameha. Now there are only two ways to demorph an Oozaru, either cut off their tail or cut off the Bluet's waves, which allows a Saiyan to metamorph into an Oozaru. We see Goku lying naked on the ground with his tail still intact, so Master Roshi blew up the moon, and then he even points to the fact that the moon is gone. Now Master Roshi had an Oozaru bearing down on him, so he didn't have a lot of time to do this, but let's go crazy and say it took him 10 seconds, which is an incredibly long time considering the speeds these guys fight at. So it's a major downplay of Roshi's feat. So the speed of light is just over 186,000 miles per hour. The moon is around 250,000 miles from the Earth. Light from the moon's surface would take about 1.3 seconds to reflect off the moon and back down to Earth. Now, like I said, going crazy, Roshi's Kamehameha took 10 seconds to reach the moon. That would still put Roshi's speed at an eighth of the speed of light. Now the 21st Martial Arts Tournament was in the early stages of the original Dragon Ball. This was Kid Goku, and Kid Goku was fighting evenly with Master Roshi at this point. In the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, according to the Daizenshu, Master Roshi had a power level of 139, whereas Goku had surpassed Master Roshi and had a power level of 180. And that would be assuming Roshi hadn't got stronger from the 21st World Tournament to the 22nd World Tournament. Then in the King Piccolo saga, Goku has a power level of 260 according to the Daizenshu. So already he's around 2 times stronger than Roshi was when Roshi blew up the moon. And in the Raditz saga in Dragon Ball Z, Goku has a power level of 416. So already he is close to 3 times stronger than Roshi when he blew up the moon. We all know Goku gets a lot stronger than this, but even if you want to say Roshi's Kamehameha was an outlier for Roshi, Piccolo then goes and does the same thing when Gohan becomes a great ape. We actually see the destruction of the moon in this scene, and it takes Piccolo around 2 seconds in screen time for his attack to reach the moon. Now this is whilst Piccolo is training, but if we high Piccolo to what his power level is in the Saiyan Saga, which the Daizenshuu says his power level is 3500, when Goku arrives on Earth, he has a power level of, well, over 8,000. So even if we say it took Piccolo 2 times the speed of light to reach the moon, Goku's power level upon fighting Nappa suggests Goku's speed is relative to the speed of light. So even if you don't want to accept Roshi's feat, this is just another one in the long line of feats proving Goku is faster than the speed of light. In that very saga, Goku had to travel from King Kai's planet in the cosmos right back to the check-in station where King Yemma resides to reach the portal to get back to Earth. King Kai estimates that it will take Goku 2 days at his current power level to traverse the distance over Snake Way. Now it must be remembered that Goku actually rested and tried to preserve his energy when flying back from King Kai's planet. But let's go with the assumption that he didn't. How long is Snake Way? Well, those of you who believe that it's about 1 million kilometers, yes, there is a character that did say that, but the important word there is he says legend says it's about 1 million kilometers. This implies that he doesn't know. Now, if we look at the macrocosm model in the Daizenshuu, it gives you an idea of where King Kai's planet is. It's even listed on there as Kai's planet. Now, just by going off this model, it appears that it is around 80% across halfway of the universe. However, it must be noted that Toriyama has said this model isn't entirely to scale. For example, if you look at King Kai's planet, we know that King Kai's planet is not even as big as a football pitch, but on there, in terms of its size in comparison to the universe, that is galactic in size. Obviously, if they were going to draw it exactly to scale, they'd do a little tiny pinpoint that we wouldn't be able to see, and the demonstration of the diagram would be pointless because we couldn't see it. Now, the cosmos is the same size as the mortal universe, which has been stated to be the same size as our very own universe. And even if we go on the observable universe, and we all know it's a lot bigger than that, then it is 13.8 billion light years away, which is essentially just the radius of a sphere of radiation that is being observed by the WAMP and Planck satellites. Therefore, the diameter of that sphere would be 27.6 billion light years. Now remember, this is just the observable universe, and the point of observation comes from Earth. So you've got to assume that Earth is the center of this observational sphere that we can see. 13.8 billion light years in omnidirectional capacity. Now looking at the model of Universe 7, you can see where Earth is on the outskirts of the northern galactic quadrant. Whis also confirms this in episode 28 of Dragon Ball Super. So as you can see in the Dragon Ball macrocosm, Earth is nowhere near the centre of the universe. However, because we don't have that many concrete numbers to go on how big our universe is, and in truth it's an ever expanding universe, we're going to use the observable universe number 13.8 billion. And after all that, you should now know that 13.8 billion light years is a low ball. But we'll go even further than that. We'll say that Goku only travelled 1,000th of that 13.8 billion light years. That would still mean he travelled 13.8 million light years in the space of 2 days. And to do that, he would still need to travel at 80 times faster than light. You can continue to scale it down to more than 1,000th of the observable universe, but then you have to consider that this is Saiyan Saga Goku. He's trying to preserve his energy for a big fight. He takes breaks on the way. Then considering on Namek, he is at a power level of 3,375 times stronger than what he was against Nappa. And it's in this moment he traverses half a planet in what seems like a split second. Now planet Namek is confirmed to have 3 suns and is theorized to be the size of a star itself. If you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know I did a video with the assistance from some friends concerning the size of Namek. That video is entitled, Is Planet Namek the Size of a Star or Bigger? I will link it in the information section. But to traverse from one side of a large planet to the other in a split second, that is faster than light. Now even if we ignore the fact that Goku gets stronger in his base from the Namek Saga onwards, he still can multiply his power by 400 times when he gets to Super Saiyan 3 in the Buu Saga. And we saw Buu obliterate a galaxy in the space of a few hundred years. Now Goku is relative to Buu as a Super Saiyan 3 in that saga. which once again, you'd have to be faster than light to eliminate a cosmic space that spans hundreds of thousands of light years in the space of a few hundred years. But we all know what happens when we get to Dragon Ball Super. The Super Saiyan God ritual elevates Goku to a completely new plane of power. Goku goes from being low galaxy level at best in the Buu saga to universal level. Now, once again, only in the observable universe there are estimated to be 100 billion galaxies. So that will be at least 100 billion times stronger than what he was in the Buu saga. I know that's a hard number for a lot of you to swallow, but that's the story that's being told. Anyway, he absorbs that Super Saiyan God power into his base form in a form that's often referred to as Saiyan Beyond God. He then stacks Super Saiyan 1, 2 and 3 on top of that again. Then he can even go Super Saiyan God again, then stack Super Saiyan on top of that again, becoming Super Saiyan Blue. You can then use Kaioken times 20 on top of that. If you take the 400 times multiplier you get from Super Saiyan 3 and then lowball the Super Saiyan God transformation on top of that and say 2 times Super Saiyan 3, then 50 times for Super Saiyan Blue, times again by 20 for Kaioken times 20. That would make Goku 800,000 times faster and stronger than what it was in Battle of Gods as Super Saiyan God. Even if you only have Buu Saga Super Saiyan 3 Goku at the speed of light, that would make Goku in Dragon Ball Super as a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, 80 quadrillion times the speed of light. And that's not taking into account the fact that he's got stronger in his base through training or Zenkai boosts. Then Goku has not only surpassed Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 in terms of power, he now has a form where his body moves without thought. The truth is, I've lowballed Goku at pretty much every occasion here, and he still comes up massively, massively faster than light. Plus, however many pluses you want to add onto it. Ultra Instinct's power should be relevant in terms of Beerus's power, and we saw Beerus in episode 2 travel to a planet from his own planet in the space of 2.5 minutes. He got so impatient waiting for Whis to pick up his food, he traversed the universe on his own. Considering Goku struggled to use instant transmission from Beerus's planet, where we've seen him use it from the supreme world of the Kais, that suggests Beerus's planet lies even further outside of the universe than the radius created by the supreme world of the Kais. When Goku hired Hit to assassinate himself, Hit seemingly travelled between universes without the God Box as he turned it down after the God of Destruction tournament. These are stupidly faster than light feats that go in line with the fact that Goku is stupendously faster than light. If you are still in denial about this, go to the bathroom, look in the mirror and say to yourself, stop downplaying Goku. Does this make him faster than your favourite hero? That's up to you to decide. I don't care. This is how fast Goku is, and this is why Goku is far faster than comic fans thought in Dragon Ball Super. Remember guys, lend me your energy, make sure you smash that like button, let's get this video out there. Do not forget to subscribe, and remember one vitally important thing. If you stay calm in any vexing situation, you are never, ever becoming a Super Saiyan. If you love talking about Dragon Ball on a daily basis, I promise you this channel is for you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to get all the latest content as soon as it's released.